Good morning and welcome to another series in relation to Fingal Local Enterprise Office collaboration with Google Digital Garage. You're very, very welcome this morning. We're delighted to welcome Michael Knowles. Michael is an experienced digital marketing specialist, and the session this morning on learning the basics of Google Ads should be a very exciting and informative session. So you're all very, very welcome. The numbers and the feedback on the last two programs have been excellent. So I believe you're in for an exciting, informative morning. Just to let you know that this is series 3 of our collaboration with Google. We have another session on the 5th of May next week, and that's all about search engine optimization, followed by the final session, Google Analytics, on the 12th of May. So we're still taking bookings. There's lots of interest, but there's also space available. So please feel free to have a look at our website, Fingal Local Enterprise Office. Stay in touch with your local enterprise office. Many of you are Dublin based, and again, within that, many of you are Fingal businesses, but there's other businesses and individuals outside of that, which are all more than welcome. Do stay in touch with your local enterprise office. In relation to Fingal, have a look at our e-zine. We send out information on a weekly basis in relation to our programs, our workshops, our webinars, and stay up to date and stay safe. And I'm going to hand you over to Michael. So enjoy the session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Martin. Guys, great to be here. Welcome along to the Google Digital Garage training session. And this one is Learn the Basics of Google Ads. As Martin said, my name is Michael Knowles. I'm a trainer here for Google's free skills training program, the Google Digital Garage. So first of all, guys, a little bit about me. I'm an experienced digital marketing specialist and trainer, and I've worked in this sector for probably just over 10 years now. And my specialist kind of areas of focus are around digital marketing, pay-per-click advertising, SEO, and analytics. So this really is my kind of bread and butter. And over the next hour, I look forward to sharing this exciting new content with you. Guys, I'd also like to introduce our moderator for today's session, and that is Sarah. Sarah is my version of Goose to Maverick, if you like. Okay, so she's my wingman. Sarah is a Google Digital Garage coach, just like myself, and she'll be interacting with you guys in the chat, having some fun, answering questions, but also keeping me on the straight and narrow time-wise. Guys, you can identify Sarah as the moderator just on the side there, as there's a little blue spanner just next to her name. All right, so Sarah, if you could just make yourself known, that would be great. Guys, just a couple of quick housekeeping points as well to make sure that you get the very best experience today. Firstly, if you're having any trouble at all viewing this webinar right now, please just try refreshing your browser in the top corner, and that should sort most of the issues out for you. Guys, if you would like to join the instant chat on the side here, I'm just making sure which way around my camera is. If you want to join the instant chat on the side there, you do need to quickly create a YouTube account, which you can do in about 10 or 15 seconds. Just click the box on the side there, follow the steps, and you'll be able to interact, ask questions, and so forth. We will be pausing throughout the session to answer some of the more complex questions from the chat box. So please do feel free to kind of fire away with your questions throughout the session. What we don't want is to get to the Q&A break and then lots of people write the questions in, because we might not be able to get to them all. So at any point, just pop your questions into the chat box on the side there, guys. Sarah will do her very best to answer as many as she can, and she'll pass them through to me. Just let you know that we are running this Google Digital Garage virtual training as part of a broader series of webinars in partnership with Leo Fingal. If you would like to check out the full schedule of all upcoming webinar training, please see the information in the description box below. Also, we would encourage you to feel free to kind of share your experience on social media. Tell your friends, your family, your business connections about these webinars, just using the hashtag Digital Garage. Also, feel free to check out the new Google for Small Business website, which is a one-stop shop for the latest products, tools, and training you need for your business to kind of move forward. We've actually built a simple step-by-step online success guide to help show you and help you to show up more on Google, create and improve your websites, reach more customers, build loyalty, and work effectively from anywhere. Sarah, if you could possibly share a link in the chat. So yeah, guys, grab that link and maybe save it away. Lastly, if you do have any feedback about today's session, if you could please complete the feedback form linked in the description box below. Once you complete the feedback form, a link's going to appear for you to download a PDF of all of today's content, but also then you'll be able to rewatch it alongside today's session on the Leo Fingal YouTube channel. So that's the housekeeping done, guys. Let's get moving. So today's agenda. Today's session is going to be split into 3 parts for you. All right. I'll start with an introduction to online advertising. Next, I'm going to give you an overview of kind of how Google Ads really works. And finally, we'll get into some specifics about digital advertising, okay, with Google Ads and how to reach specific customers, how to choose a campaign based on your own business goals. As I mentioned, guys, I will be pausing for 2 Q&A sessions during the full kind of presentation. So be sure to leave your questions on the side there, guys. All right. What I would encourage you to do at all times, have a pad and a pen handy, because as I said, this is my specialist area and there's going to be a lot of, let's say, ad hoc. I'm going to be giving you guys some really cool little tips, tools, some of my own experiences to complement this fantastic deck. So let's do this, guys. Let's jump in. Apologies, got a little bit of a tickly throat today. So an intro into online advertising. What I would say before we get into it, guys, this is a totally safe environment. All right. There's no stupid questions. There's no stupid points, anything like that. This is your opportunity to have 2 Google Digital Garage coaches to ask the questions, any of those kind of niggly thoughts or things you weren't sure on, ask those questions. And I guarantee if you're thinking something, there's going to be at least maybe 2 or 3 fellow business owners thinking the same questions as well. So just jump in, anything that you want to know, anything that you're kind of unsure of, just let us know and we'll do our very best. Guys, online advertising's been around for a long time now. Businesses, both big and small, use Google Ads to appear on search results, on web pages, with videos, and even in apps. Yeah. I'm not going to spend too much time explaining why online advertising can drive business results. I'm going to get to the nitty-gritty. All right. To get the results, you need to be found online, where potential customers can actually see you, know about you, particularly when they're looking for info about the products and services that you guys provide. People no longer go online. We like to call it that they'd kind of live online now. We're not just saying that because it sounds like compelling soundbite. It's what data actually suggests. All right. A study done in January of last year estimates that the average person spends just shy of 7 hours online every day. That's a lot of time. Yeah. Think about it. How much time do you spend online, from when you're in work, for when you're at home, when you're, I don't know, in between the film and the ad breaks, when you jump on your phone and things like that? It's a lot of time, okay, that we've got, that we spend online. And that means that we've got a lot of opportunity as a business to potentially attract and get in front of the right target audience. So I love this slide, okay? Customer journeys, okay, or consumer journeys, okay, they are complex. But what I want you to do is think about maybe it's the last thing that you bought, okay? And think how many different touch points there was between you finding out about something new and actually buying it. All right. For businesses, this is great news, but it's also a challenge. Today's consumers are deeply connected to the web, but it's not a simple kind of linear connection anymore. There's many reasons that people go online, many ways to find access to information, and there's many devices such as phones, smart speakers, tablets, laptops, computers. All of this results in an even more complex customer journey than ever before. So as we said, here's an example journey. Think of it for yourself. Have you ever started your day by heading to the fridge to get some milk for your coffee and find that the fridge wasn't cold? I have. It's not a great way to start the day. But yeah, it happens from time to time. If you're like me, okay, your first reaction might be, okay, I can fix this. Maybe, okay. Phone in my hand, maybe, and I might pop on Google search and start searching for how do I do it? How do I make some checks? Yeah. If you owned an appliance store, okay, or an appliance, say, repair service, wouldn't that be a great place to appear when people start asking the questions? Yeah. If I found a promising snippet about fridge repair in Google search results, I might visit that website first to start finding out more. But as I start to actually read the article, I might realize that I don't actually know what a condenser fan looks like. So fixing it might be a little bit tougher than what I first thought, but I'm not going to give up. Now I sit at my computer, pop open YouTube, okay, and search for DIY refrigerator repair videos. Maybe if I see a condenser fan there, it might make a difference. After all, an image, a video can be worth more than 1,000 words. So as I start to review the information, I find online that I learn more than ever that I wanted to know about a fridge, okay, and about repairing a fridge. But I realize I don't own the tools required for the job. This project starts to feel less like an interesting challenge and more like a really daunting task. So it's time for plan B. So I might go back to Google search and I might start searching for and researching a new fridge. I could buy a new one, but it's going to take at least 24 hours to get delivered. And my foods might start to rapidly spoil, start going off. Okay, plan C, I might start searching for maybe it's a local handyman. I click on a phone number associated with his or her online information. We chat about the condenser fans, and 2 hours later, he or she is at my house actually fixing the appliance. Okay, let's take a minute to think about what you did online this week, maybe this very morning. What did you search? Did you visit a certain website? Did you read a blog, watch a video, read some customer reviews? Chances are that some of you, okay, probably many of you, spent a lot of time researching and making comparisons to help you make a more informed decision and more informed consumer choice. Yeah, pop it in the chat. Pop it in the chat, the last thing that you might have bought. And feel free, guys, pop your name, pop the business name in there. I'm more than happy to give you guys a shout out. What was the last thing that you started researching to either start delving into or maybe starting to kind of research and compare and contrast? Yeah. Bottom line is today's online consumers consult multiple sources to find the information that they actually need. Okay, routinely kind of leveraging multiple sources to help make better kind of informed decisions. Yeah. Okay. Search is critical. Are you there? One common thread that you might have noticed in the consumer journey on every device is search. Okay. I think of it as kind of the springboard for the most online activity. As business owners, you need to make sure that your site is visible in a viable destination for every relevant search. Basically, when people are asking the question about what you do and what you can provide, you want to be there. By kind of valuable, I mean, for example, if my first search query was, why is my refrigerator warm? Your website could appear in the results. If you have that answer on a web page and you happen to sell replacements for units or offer repair services, then that's a great bonus as well. It's a great way to be that kind of authoritative voice, okay, and also drive people into the start of your sales funnel. Think about potential customers, what their journeys might look like over time. Does your website actually help them? If not, then maybe start to consider a content strategy that fills content gaps or makes your site more compelling and useful to the user. The more relevant your website is to their search queries, the more opportunities you have in search results. Okay, you don't want to miss valuable moments when consumers are searching for answers related to your products or services. All right, let's just see what people are saying. So what people were searching for just recently, Dominic Mullen, earplugs for sea swimmers. That's something I've actually looked at myself. That's very weird. That's so strange. I'm a free water swimmer as well. So that's something I was looking at. Awesome. Mary Coonan fabric. I was looking for a particular color. Maybe that was of paint or something like that. Sounds nice. Interior living gold. Looking for mirrors for a certain project. Okay, sounds exciting. And Nicola McMurray, suppliers for candle materials. Interesting. So all of you guys would have been looking at whether it's from paint, whether it's certain color matching, whether it's candles, whether it's mirrors, whether it's earplugs. You guys would have been looking for potentially local businesses, people with good reviews, people with high relevancy, yeah, and comparing prices and comparing reviews of the business, things like that. Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate that. So, the advantages of online advertising. Online advertising, guys, is ideal for businesses both big and small. In no small part because it can actually be held accountable. Its value to your business can be tracked and directly measured. All right, that's some of the things that I talk about with my clients. Is it's not kind of like just like about brand awareness or pieces of PR, okay, in traditional marketing that sometimes can't be tracked in such a direct manner. Google Ads and online advertising has analytics and data and certain KPIs, so you can hold it accountable. Online advertising doesn't need that much of a sales pitch because the proof is actually in the results. If the campaign's not effective, there's no sugarcoating it anywhere. There's no hiding it. And when an advertising campaign is very, very effective, as we hope it will be for you guys, you can see that in the reports that we'll show you later, what happens as a direct result of your efforts. Another big advantage of online advertising is direct control over the budget. So you can actually decide before you start, you can decide how much you're willing to spend, okay? But also if you start to see a lot of great results, you can edit, you can pause, you can turn on the tap so you can add more funds to it at any time. Very easy to control. So how it actually works. So before we dive into driving business results, I want to give you a quick overview of how advertising works on Google. Advertisers use products called Google Ads to run campaigns. All right. So let's just break it down into some manageable chunks. It all starts with a question, a desire, or a need of the user. Most people start looking for answers online by typing a search query into Google. All right. Now, the page that comes up on Google with the results, that's what you call a SERP. When you've seen that online, SERP, search engine results page. That's when people have asked a question, typed in a query or a phrase, and the page that comes up, that's the SERP. All right. Google's organic algorithm gets to work and starts to creating the search engine results page, the SERP, presenting websites and other resources that can help you or your potential customers find the right answers or the right businesses for them. At the same time, and a little bit separately, the Google Ads algorithm runs an auction for businesses. Advertisers are bidding for opportunities to show their ads. Eligible ads will compete for a spot on that SERP, okay, above and below the organic search results. The winners will appear on the page, clearly labeled, with a little ad sticker, okay, and I'll get to that a little bit later. All right, you'll be able to see it. If you haven't recognized it before, there's a little box just next to the ad that says ad. Searchers will see the ads and hopefully take action. For example, clicking to visit the site, okay, or initiating a phone call if they're on a mobile device, okay, and calling a trackable number. That's something that we'll get to, and it's something that a lot of people don't utilize enough. These actions connect searchers with advertisers and help to drive business results and business opportunity. Excuse me, guys. Okay. So this is what a kind of a SERP looks like, a search engine results page. All right. This kind of illustration is going to show how many ads may appear on a SERP. At the top, let's just zoom in here. Okay. So at the top over here, okay, you may see images, okay, associated with product information. These are called shopping ads. Okay. You will have seen these when you're just looking for products. Okay. Next, you're going to see text ads, these ones here. All right. They appear above the organic search results, okay, and potentially all the way at the bottom down here as well. All right. Where you want to be, if you can, is here. Advertisers do not pay to show ads on the results page. All right. They only pay if a searcher takes action and clicks on the ad and goes through the link. All right. So you're not paying to be there. You're paying when someone actually clicks. So an ad's position on the page relative to the other ads is determined by something called ad rank. All right. Ad rank is calculated using the bid amount that the company have said that they'll pay, the ad's quality at an auction time. This includes things such as expected click-through rate, relevance, a landing page experience, basically the ad rank thresholds, the context of the search, for example, the person's location, device, time of search, and certain other signals, as well as expected impact of any extensions and other ad formats. Now, what I want to kind of highlight to you guys, okay, is just going back to that part that I said there, okay, quality score. Okay, a quality score, if you've ran ads or you're running ads currently, okay, quality score is vital. Okay, now the reason being is, say me and yourself, okay, we both run a cleaning company, okay, and you have a 100% quality score and I have an 80% quality score, okay. That means if you have a 100% quality score, you would potentially, if we had the same budget available, you would appear ahead of me, okay, and your clicks would be cheaper than mine, because Google is almost kind of rewarding you for improving the ad relevancy and the landing page experience. Okay, so if you've got good relevancy between the keywords that you're focusing on, so the search queries, if it appears within your ad, so it improves relevancy, but also those terms and phrases are mentioned on the page that you take the users to, and Google can see that when people land there, they tend to have a good experience. Okay, your clicks and your Google ads are actually going to be cheaper than mine. I hope that makes sense. Any questions on that, just let me know. So ad rank is recalculated every time an eligible ad competes in each auction. So an ad position can fluctuate depending on the competition, the person's search, and its quality at that moment in time. Ads can appear on partner websites. So things like the Google Display Network, all right? Ads can also appear on Google sites, including Gmail and more than 2 million non-actual Google websites that are part of what you call our display network. The Google Display Network reaches 90% of internet users worldwide across millions of different websites, news pages, blogs, Google sites like Gmail, and also YouTube. So what do you need to know about Google Ads? So a few things to mention. I'm guessing that many of you out there have heard of the term PPC, so pay per click, or CPC, cost per click. It just means pay per click, so that you don't pay to appear on the page, you pay when someone clicks on your text ad, all right? However, the display network offers some other bidding options, okay? CPM, cost per 1,000 impressions, and CPV, cost per view for video ads, all right? These are used at different stages. There's no fees to use Google Ads platform itself. There's no startup fee, there's no cancellation fee, there's no minimum kind of commitment or contract. You can turn it on and turn it off as you wish. To get started, you can just go to ads.google.com, okay? But you will need a Google account to get yourself started, all right? Okay, guys, just at this first Q&A break, we're just going to pause just to see if we've got any questions. Let me just have a quick look, see what we're doing, because Sarah's doing a great job with you guys in the chat. Okay, let me just have a quick look. So we've got Brian Marshall. Brian Marshall is asking, for someone looking to run their first campaign for physical goods, which are walk-in aids and support braces, what's a good starting budget to get a feel of what is or isn't working? Okay, what I would kind of say is it's not a one-size-fits-all in terms of the business. We've got clients who have a starting budget which is small in the industry, of, you know, a few £1,000, but we've also got some which have got budgets of around kind of £300 or £400 a month as well. Okay, what you need to do at this point, first of all, Brian, is you need to have a look, go into Google Ads and go into Keyword Planner. Okay, now what you need to look at is understand, okay, when people visit my website, what's the conversion rate like? You know, for every 100 people who visit the site, how many people tend to actually get in contact or purchase and things like that? All right. These are all things to kind of get the creative juices flowing as to how much traffic you might need. Okay. So when I was talking about Keyword Planner, all right, you might start looking around walking aids and support braces in Google Keyword Planner. If you change the location to whether you want to just focus on whether you're focusing on Ireland, if you're focusing on the UK, Europe, whatever it might be, make sure you pick the location and just change the data for maybe over the last 12 months, and then add a few keywords around basics of what you provide, and you'll start to see all the keyword suggestions and the associated PPC cost per click for each of those terms. Okay, and you'll start to be able to formulate a plan very quickly from there. There is another part of the tool as well in Keyword Planner where it actually, it's in Keyword Planner, and there's a section of it where it says discovery, and you can actually, you can play around with the model in there, and you can add just a few terms and phrases, and it will actually start to show you that for £200, we would advise that you would get roughly around this many clicks. All right, just go into Keyword Planner, and there's two different options on the screen when you open it: discovery, okay, and then research. So have a look at those, Brian, okay, and I hope that helps. All right, thank you very much for the question. Category first. So their question is: does the ad rank change depending on your browser location? Yes, that is one part of the algorithm is. Depending on, you know, if someone's kind of looking for something locally and there's another business who actually provide those services locally, they have a good budget available, they have good quality score, okay, then yes, that is going to be one of the factors that would help them to potentially get above, you know, it's one factor that might help them get above the competition. Yeah. What I would say with that is, for category first and any other of you guys, is when you're setting up your campaigns, this is something that is often overlooked. So Google Ads will ask you for the locations that you particularly want to target, okay, whether it be postcode, street names, regions, cities, towns, okay, it might be the country, okay, whatever it might be. One thing to make sure that you do, okay, and this is one of the first things that we do when we take over a client account, is make sure that you use exclude as well. Okay, now the reason that we do that is what Google is doing is it's saying which areas do you really want to focus on, but you're not saying at the moment that you don't potentially want to include traffic from other regions. What you need to do is include all of the areas that you really kind of only want business from, okay? And then when you start typing in the locations in settings, it comes up either target or exclude, and start excluding any areas that you don't want to focus on. It might be where your competitor is. If you think, is there any point in me competing on that street when everyone's just going to go there? Or is it that you don't want any traffic coming from I don't know, Wales or England or from anywhere in Europe? Really important thing to do, and it will help to kind of help to cut any ads waste, okay, and really help to focus. Last one, guys. Last question. Thanks for the question there, category first, by the way. I hope that helps. Elisa, ceramics and art. When you bid in the auction for ads and you are not the highest bidder, are you still charged? So no, good question. Is if you're not the highest bidder, or when you bid in the auction for the ads and you're not the highest bidder, are you still charged? Okay, so no, you are only charged if someone actually clicks on your search ad. Okay, so there might be 3 ads. I'll just go back. there might be 3 ads that appear on here. Okay, so you see that one, say there was another 2 here. Okay, but if someone only clicks on this one, okay, these 2 people won't be charged. Okay, however, with display, okay, you would get charged every time that your ad is actually shown. Okay, depending on what your bidding strategy is. All right, I hope that helps, guys. Great questions, thank you. Keep them coming in, and we'll, again, me and Sarah will do our best to answer as many as possible. Let's move on, guys. So what I'm going to talk about now, I'm going to introduce campaign types and help you choose a campaign based on your business goals. By focusing on your desired outcome, okay, the strategy will start to follow. The Google Ads interface, very user-friendly, is going to help you along, prompting you to enter certain bits of information and set up an appropriate campaign that can actually drive results and steer you in the right direction. And I'd be remiss not to mention Google's Help Center. 9 out of 10 times, you're going to be able to find the answers to any questions that you might have there. All right, Sarah, if you could possibly pop a link just to remind people about the Help Center there as well. So, how do you actually figure out what campaign type is right for you? So, first step, let's take a look again. Let's refresh ourselves as to what we have available in our marketing arsenal, let's say. So the first step is to clarify your goal. Ask yourself, why am I actually doing this? Why are you prompting? Why are you prompting your online presence? What outcome do you want to see as a result of that campaign? You might say, I want to make more money. I want to sell more products. I want to identify and find new clients. Generally, I want to grow the business. I want to hire more people. We're going through that right now. Fun time for us. You might want to get donations in. These are all legitimate goals, but they lack a little bit of specificity. Okay, so let's look at a way to make your goals that little bit stronger. So what makes a good goal? Let's say that your goal was to, I know we keep on going back to this. Let's say that your goal was to sell more fridges. Okay, how can you give this goal more structure? How can you make it more actionable? One trick is to incorporate the SMART framework. All right, and I'm going to run you through what they are. So the S is goal specific and detailed. How many refrigerators actually more? What type of refrigerator do you actually want to promote? M, can you track and measure the goal? How will you know when you've actually accomplished your goal? Have you connected your Google Ads account to a tool like Analytics that can collect all of this data for you? Is your e-commerce platform connected altogether as well? I would strongly encourage you to do both of those steps right away. The reason being is you're using a lot of different tools, okay? And if all of the data could sing and work in harmony and communicate effectively together, you're only actually going to need one dashboard to be able to report on things and understand how your online business is performing. Okay, A, is this goal realistically attainable? If you said 1 million fridges, well, maybe, but rather than pulling a number out of thin air, consider your past sales activity. You don't want to set goals that are absolutely impossible to reach, and you can always adjust a little bit later. R, is it relevant to your business? Will this goal help your business to hit its goals? Does it drive the business results that you actually want? Finally, T, set a time frame. When do you want to achieve this goal by? It might be that you want to sell 25 fridges in May. It might be that you want to sell 50 fridges in Q2, whatever it might be. Okay, set the realistic goals and make them time bound, because then you can hold yourself accountable. Okay, and you can reflect. After all, if we're aiming at the bullseye, okay, and we hit, I don't know, treble 20, this area for improvement, okay, and we can start to work on where we went wrong. Okay, our working example goal is to sell 25 fridges online in May. When you create a campaign in Google Ads, okay, you're going to see options to select a goal first of all. Sorry, guys. So the first option in Google Ads is maybe sales. Sales is a clear example of using an ad to drive business results, actual sales. The user interface is going to guide you through the setup process for campaigns, okay, that are going to actually help you to reach your goals. Google Ads recommends trying search, display, shopping campaigns, and potentially even video to help you reach your goal. Now, in addition to the ad campaign, be sure to set up features to help track and measure success, like conversion tracking and analytics goals. Okay. Remember, guys, we have got a couple of talks coming up in the next couple of weeks about analytics as well. But do take a look at the Google Digital Garage website there's actually some online modules about Google Tag Manager, conversion tracking, and Google Analytics. Okay, so take a look at those, guys. So I'm going to introduce the campaign types, and we're going to chat about actual business goals. I'll start with an option that I didn't list on the other slide, and it's called Smart Campaigns. These are designed specifically for small businesses that want to promote products and services online. You can choose your goals, say more calls, more actions to your site or store visits, and then set up a simple advertising campaign in just minutes. These campaigns use smart technology to monitor and improve the performance of your ads continuously. A big advantage of a smart campaign is that a lot of the work managing the campaign is automated. For example, advertisers do not have to develop keyword lists for smart campaigns. The equivalent, called a search phrase, is automatically generated for you. Advertisers can disable search phrases, but otherwise this aspect of the online ad campaigns is handled by the campaign itself. The ads compete with other ads in the Google Ads auction for the opportunity to appear on search results. And advertisers, again, just like before, pay for interactions with the ads, like clicks on the ad or clicks on call to actually phone a trackable number. So, quick setup of a smart campaign. When you go into Google Ads, I need you to first of all select the goal. Choose where geographically you want your ads to appear, and if you can, put in the negatives as well. Describe the product or service that you want to advertise. Write an ad or two. Set your budget, your daily budget, weekly, monthly, however you want to work it, okay, and then hit launch. It's a very simple way of starting to take action, start to drive some online opportunity, okay, and test the water if you haven't done this before. All right, so getting leads. All right, so there's a lot of businesses out there that don't sell products. Okay, some of them might not sell services online. Maybe you repair fridges, but you don't sell them. Or maybe your refrigerators are really expensive and people need to carefully consider the pros and cons before dropping 17 grand or 10 grand on a fridge. I'd love one of those, those big American style ones. I'd love one of those. Your goals might be to include lead generation, maybe request a quote, okay, or schedule an appointment. For a lead gen campaign, Google Ads recommends things such as search, display campaigns, shopping, and potentially video campaigns again. Let's take a look at another campaign type. All right, search campaigns. It's one that you're probably a bit more familiar with. When someone searches Google, text ads appear, don't they? So the normal kind of text ads will appear on the left-hand side of a Google search. They'll appear above and below the organic search results, and the ads are shown for relevant searches. In other words, if I'm selling fridges, I won't be able to show my ads on search result pages for people looking for things like Prince Harry announcements or photos of a recent gala or something like that. Yeah, it's going to be highly relevant and specific. Let's look at a couple of examples. A text ad has 3 parts. Headlines, okay, at the top here, in the blue, headline, okay, a URL, okay, that's to kind of further enhance and show the user where they're going to be landing. These headlines are separated by some vertical pipe symbols that might appear differently depending on the device that searchers are actually using to look for things. The display URL, okay, shows the website address, And the display URL is made up of the domain of your final URL plus some optional text that you can enter in the path fields when you actually go into Google Ads. The path text helps people to get a better idea of where they're going to be taken, okay? And it doesn't actually have to match the exact language of the display URL, okay? Next, we have the description. This is the gray writing that's underneath. The description should highlight the details about the product or service being advertised. You can describe features, benefits, promos, shipping offers, things like that. And you can drive business results by including a strong call to action, encouraging potential customers to take that next step. I always say this, okay, and it sounds bad, but it's not. It's when we do anything, all right, in marketing, assume that when people are online, okay, it's not that people are online that they're stupid. It's that sometimes we can go on a website, okay, and if the business doesn't make it clear as day, okay, that when you like something, okay, how do I do it? How do I get that product? How do I book that service? Let's not mess around. Let's make it clear as day to the user. If you like this, this is the action I would like you to take next. Okay, so headline 1, headline 2, and headline 3 in the blue, okay, you have up to 30 characters available, including spaces, okay? So you need to use it, you need to practice, and you need to maybe use some other platforms to try and figure out how you're going to write some ads. Description line 1, okay, and description line 2 in gray, you have up to 90 characters available, okay? And then the URL path, you have 15 characters available each, all right? So make sure that you're using the space efficiently, you're conveying the message, and you're getting that message into what makes your business different, what makes your product special. You're including it on there, and you've got a strong call to action at all times. So what you also have is some extensions, okay, can take a little bit of time to set up. These are called site link extensions. You've got a few different types, okay? So some of the ads that you might have seen in the past, some of them look bigger, some of them look smaller. And that's because some businesses are incorporating extension fields. Extension expand ads, okay, with a different level of information. These actually massively enhance and increase users to click through. The click-through rate is massive. By several percent, you will see more. All right. So make sure that with each campaign that you're doing, okay, you click to extensions, and it might be that you add call extensions for people who are ringing from mobile, site link extensions. All right. You might have an itinerary extension on there. You might have a promo extension. Okay. Adding an extension won't guarantee that it will show with all of your ads all of the time. Extensions show with your ad when the system predicts that it will improve performance and potentially your ad's position as part of the ad rank threshold. There's no charge for adding these extensions, but if people click on them and in an ad, the advertiser is charged as normal. All right. What I would say is we do it with every single one of our client campaigns. And the reason being is if you imagine, okay, I like to think sometimes that a search engine result page is marketing real estate. Okay, marketing real estate. And what you've got at the top of your page is if you got to position 1, okay, and you're taking up this much, people can still see all of your competitors. Okay, if you add all of the extensions, okay, you might be able to take up all of the space. So you are literally the main thing that people see on the page, and you're going to push your competitors further down the page. So make sure that you're making use of the relevant extensions that would help to support your business goals. Okay, as we head into the last, 15 minutes or so, we're just going to have a quick pause just to see if there's any other questions from you guys. Sarah's doing a great job. Let's take a look. We've got, is it Bellin Optimum Health? Would it be a good idea to check out what your competitors are doing? What do you suggest doing? Yeah, it is. It is a good idea. You could take a look before you even start, type in some of the products and services that you do and start to actually see what your competitors are actually doing, who shows up, what kind of messaging's there. Yeah, if you know it's a long established business, you might be able to start to see that. I would also encourage you within Google Ads to start using, some of the competitor analysis tools, so you can actually see, where you actually rank. It's called the rank share. Okay, if you can start to see what proportion of search in your locations that you are getting visibility for, okay, you might see actually one or two competitors seem to be constantly getting shown 10%, 15%, 20% more than us. It might be in their messaging, okay, or it might mean that their budget might be that little bit more, or the quality of their landing pages. Okay, so at the beginning, check out what some of your competition are saying and what kind of call to actions that they seem to be using. You might just get the creative juices flowing. Have a look at some of their landing pages, the pages that they're taking people to. Okay, one thing that I would definitely encourage you not to do is there's sometimes that evil part of your brain sitting there. You've got the devil sat on your shoulder saying, click their ads, click their ads. Don't do that. There's enough business for all of us to kind of go around. Okay, and imagine to any business, if someone starts clicking their ads, you're wasting their spend. Okay, but also it'll start to get blocked. So Google will start to see fraudulent clicks. All right, so don't try that. It's not a good idea, but also you wouldn't like it kind of happening to you. All right, so maybe click through to one of their ads. Okay, just once or twice. Have a look what their landing pages are like. Now, don't copy them. Okay, but if you're starting afresh, it might kind of give you a little bit of an idea as to where to kind of get started in terms of the ad messaging and the kind of things that you would want to kind of make sure that you've got on your landing pages. All right, a few other sources of information is you could go to the Google Digital Garage site. Okay, check out some of the modules as to what you should have on your site about helping to improve conversion and so forth. All right, I hope that helps, Belen. Next, we have IELA Ireland. Should the Google Ads keywords be included in your website content? Great question. Yes, if possible. Now, obviously, if you've got 50 keywords that you're bidding on, that's going to be very difficult. Some of the more broader keywords, okay, try and include those. All right, it's great for quality score, relevancy, but also you're going to be supporting potentially your organic growth, and improving your organic visibility while also improving your ad relevancy. So yes, include some of those keywords across the pages that you want to take people to. General rule of thumb is try to include the keywords 3 times across the page and make sure the dominant keyword, so say it was refrigerators, fridges, make sure that's in the header of the page. Okay, Google looks at that as a really important factor. Great questions, guys. I'm going to move on as we start to kind of run into the last 15 minutes. So, attract website traffic. Let's move to that next goal. Yeah. Some website publishers want to just attract more traffic generally for brand awareness, whatever it might be. For this, Google Ads is going to recommend search, display, shopping, video campaigns to help accomplish this. Let's take a closer look into display. So display ads appear when people browse online, watch YouTube videos, check Gmail, or even use mobile devices and certain apps. Yeah, display ads promote your business when people are browsing online, watching YouTube, checking their mail, and maybe playing games or using certain apps on their mobiles. So how is it different? Well, with search campaigns, you can show ads when people are actually searching or asking questions about specific goods and services. But what about the people who aren't searching at that moment? What if people don't know about your business, your product, or your services? The display network is absolutely fantastic, to help you capture attention earlier in the buying cycle, so much higher up the funnel. You can get in front of very targeted people before they even start searching. For example, if I was researching refrigerators, I might see an image or a video ad showcasing a fancy fridge with see-through doors. I've never seen that before. What a genius idea. I want one. We're actually just doing an extension, so I definitely don't want my wife to start looking at some of these expensive fridges. Yeah, but you can also remind people about products and services that they've seen before by using a thing called remarketing. These might be to people who've already visited your site or your app previously, but didn't convert because there's normally a couple of touch points before they do. So an example of a display ad. These are the kind of things that we're talking about. You might have seen these before when you've emailed a friend about a trip, about a new car, about something that you want to see, about, I don't know, a sale, anything like that. So the display network offers many different ad formats, including simple-based text-based banner ads, okay, custom ads in Gmail that expand to the top tabs of people's inboxes, image-rich media ads with interactive elements, and even animation. You can create responsive display ads, a partially automated format that uses text, images, and your logo, okay, to create an ad layout that's optimized for the website that it appears on. These responsive ads can kind of blend into the look and feel of the website and potentially improve performance. Ads can be targeted in a lot of different ways. You can use, so the AI will use contextual targeting. You can match ads to relevant site content using keywords again, or even topics. You can use target audiences, okay, so specific demographics and demographic profiling to reach specific groups of people based on their demographic, their interests, their search history, to use then remarketing. And as you start to use placements to select different places to appear, you can also exclude specific websites or apps, including categories like if people are streaming live videos, or websites that might include sensitive topics like crime, adult content, or even emergencies. Yeah, there's certain things that you would want to appear on and associate with your brand, and certain ones that you definitely wouldn't. So let's wrap up this section, okay, with goals 4 and 5. Product and brand consideration and brand awareness and reach. You might select product and brand consideration if your goal wants to encourage potential customers to consider you when they're researching or shopping for a fancy fridge. You can also use the campaign to engage with people who've demonstrated an interest in your brand and encourage them to reconsider doing business with you in the future. After all, I might need some time to think about investing that much money in our new extension and in the new kitchen. Yeah. And also I might need to kind of check with the boss as well. So the goal of a brand awareness campaign and reach campaign is to reach a much wider audience, okay, and increase awareness amongst really relevant audiences. For this, Google Ads would recommend display and video campaigns to achieve these goals. Next, we're going to look at video. So video campaigns, okay, let you show video ads on their own, within other streaming content, on YouTube and across the Google Display Network. Showing video ads may seem pretty sophisticated, but the setup is actually very, very, very straightforward. Okay, you can use videos from your own YouTube account. Okay, and like other campaigns, you see ad performance and you can actually start to tweak on the targeting as well. So 5 available video formats. All right, we're going to break them down quickly. There's in-stream ads that run before, during, or after videos on YouTube, on the display network, in games when people are on their phone, or potentially on apps. Ads may also run on YouTube videos embedded on other websites as well. And after 5 seconds, you'll have seen this many times before, the viewer can skip the ad. The other one is video discovery ads that appear on YouTube only. They are seen in places where people discover new content. Yeah. Outstream ads, ads shown on partner websites. These are ads available on mobile devices and tablets only. We also have non-skippable in-stream ads that are normally 15 seconds, okay, or slightly less, okay. And as the label suggests, viewers cannot skip that ad with those ones. Finally, we have bumper ads that are designed to increase awareness, and bumper ads are just 6 seconds long or less, okay, that viewers again can't skip. A lot of different options for you to kind of look at, okay, and choose which one would be right for you. If you sell products online and offline, there's another campaign type that might be of interest to you, okay, if you do sell them. And that is shopping ads. So what are shopping ads? Remember, guys, at the beginning of the workshop, when I showed you an illustration of the Google SERP, okay, the search engine results page, at the top of the page, I pointed out where the shopping ads can actually appear. Do you remember that? You'll see this type of ad on Google search using images, shopping, YouTube, and more when people search for products that you actually sell. So let's take a look at some of the example ads. Here we go. Here are some of the fridges that my wife would absolutely love. All right. Shopping ads are more than just a text ad. They show users a photo of your product plus a little title, the price, the store name, and a little bit more as well. In these examples, just across here, okay, in these examples, you can see how fridges might appear. Okay. Yeah. The ads highlight information like shipping product ratings, okay, star ratings that can appear when there are 3 or more reviews for the product. You can get shopping ad campaigns to promote online and local offline inventory. Shopping ads use product data, not keywords, to decide how and where to show your ads. The product data you submit contains details about the products that you sell, and Google Ads uses these details to match your ads to the relevant search queries. All right. For more information, don't worry, guys. You can get the PDF on this, and you can also go to the Google Digital Garage and look more into this if you choose to. So how do you get started? To sell your products on Google, you just need to upload your products into a Google Merchant Center, okay, and create a Google shopping campaign in Google Ads. This slide illustrates the first few steps. First, create your Merchant Center. It's available at no charge, okay, and you don't need to advertise your products to use it. Next, add products to the Merchant Center. You'll need to create a data feed. Okay, that's a file that includes product information, and this helps your inventory surface and be shown in the Google shopping results. All right, now, and that's when you'll need to create shopping campaigns. Third, you need a Google Ads account to set up the campaign itself. All right, and then finally, you'll then need to set up the actual individual campaign. If you're promoting local inventory, there's one additional step. Okay, you need to create and verify a business profile at no extra charge using Google My Business. Okay, connect that with your Google Ads account. Okay, and it really enhances showing for local kind of searches. Excuse me, guys. So let's recap on what we've been through here. So we're going to pause for a question or two in a moment, but first let's wrap up the main parts of today's learnings. First, we looked at online advertising. Okay, we discussed that to get results, you need to be found online where potential customers can actually see you, okay, find you, ask questions, particularly when they're looking for information about the products and services that you can provide. Next, guys, we looked at goals. Okay, we looked at goals. This is important because when you focus on your desired outcomes, the strategy will start to fall into place. Determining your business goals at the outset will help you to choose the most effective advertising campaign to achieve and hit your goals. Next, we showed you different ways to reach customers online, showcasing how to bring visibility to your products and services in different areas across Google search results pages. All right. Now, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to jump to some questions from the live chat. And we've got a minute or two, so I'll just get through maybe another one or two if we've got any. Let me just take a quick look. So Sarah's given me 2. I know that it's been very, very busy in the chat, but just because of time, we'll get to 2. So Carol Ann Smith, nice to have you with us. Are there any consequences to stopping using Google Ads? Example, does this negatively impact your ranking among non-other advertisers? No, not at all. So the question that Carol Ann Smith is asking is, if you've been using Google Ads, okay, and you stop, do your organic listings suddenly go down further? No, there's no negative impact and association there. The only thing to consider is one of the organic ranking factors, okay, is expected click-through rate as well. So if you turn off Google Ads, there's going to be less people going to your website overall. Okay, and that might potentially there might be people spending a little bit less time on your website. That is potentially a factor. But there's nothing that if you turn this off, Google Ads off, your ranking doesn't drop because of it. All right, I hope that helps. We've got nurturemamas.com. Are there average guide cost per click per industry? No, you would have to have a look in the Google Keyword Planner. All right. That's where you would be able to kind of start to find out how much how much it would cost per click within your own industry for certain search terms and phrases. Depending on where you're starting with the budget, what I would say is look for the low-hanging fruit. Look for the ones that are very relevant to you, that don't cost that much money. Okay, and once you start to see, return on your ad spend, okay, you can always turn the tab on and turn your budget up over time. Start small, start smart, and make sure that you've connected your Google Ads with your analytics so that you can start to understand what's working and why and from what channel. All right, great question. So everyone, thanks so much for all of your questions today. I hope that's been a useful kind of dive to get you started with Google Ads. We've covered a lot of information, so let's talk about now what you should do next. One of the next steps that you should definitely be looking at, guys, is check out the new Google for Small Business website. As we mentioned at the beginning, guys, this is a one-stop shop to find the right tools and resources for your business, from online success. There's a free digital toolkit on there to tips dealing with COVID-19 as well. All right, you're going to be able to find on there how to show up on Google, create or improve your website, reaching more customers, and build loyalty, and potentially even work effectively from anywhere for you and your team. Sarah, if you could possibly share the link in there. Guys, as I mentioned at the beginning of the session, if you are interested in learning more from us here at the Google Digital Garage, there's a few ways that you can continue learning. First of all, we are running more Google Digital Garage webinars, okay, in partnership with Leo Fingal. If you would like to check out the schedule of the webinars over the next couple of weeks, please see the information in the description below. If you'd like to share your experience, which we hope you will on social media, tell your friends, your family, your business connections about these webinars. If you've got value from it, hopefully they might as well. Be sure to use the hashtag Digital Garage. If you would like to carry on learning in your own time, guys, check out the Google Digital Garage website. Sarah will pop the link in the chat for all of our online training courses that are available to you at no charge and available 24/7. Finally, guys, if you have any feedback about today's session, please complete the feedback form linked in the description below. And as I mentioned earlier, once you complete the feedback form, a link's going to appear for you to be able to download all of today's content, go through in your own time. And guys, you can rewatch today's session on the Leo Fingal YouTube channel as well. Guys, thanks so much for joining us today. My name is Michael Knowles, and from our awesome moderator and all of the team here at the Google Digital Garage and Leo Fingal, thank you for joining us and have a wonderful day. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.